So there was an interesting article that came out recently, and I just wanted to go over that and share some insights with you. So let's take a look. Public defender decries effect of online videos of local arrests on people trying to rebuild their lives. What began as a routine plea agreement in Wyndham Superior Court on Friday morning quickly turned into a pointed critique of the YouTube channel that posts online videos of local arrests and disturbances, which a defense attorney said it made it nearly impossible for some defendants to rebuild their lives. Phyllis Parent, 37, appeared before Judge Michael Kanan to plead guilty to possessing fentanyl and to admit to a series of probation violations across multiple criminal dockets. The agreement calls for a sentence of 12 months to 4 years. But the legal mechanics of the plea hearing were overshadowed by something else entirely: a detailed emotional account of how Parent's repeated appearances on a local online channel known as Planet Hank has followed her into every job interview, every housing application, and every attempt to regain stability. I just got to put an addendum in there as well. Planet Hank also goes by Brattleboro News. Neither Planet Hank nor Brattleboro News are registered as businesses, which, they don't technically have to be, but I just wanted to make that clear. Mimi Brill, supervising attorney in the Wyndham County Public Defender's Office, told the court that parents' struggles with addiction and homelessness have been compounded by the digital permanence of these videos, which show her at her lowest moments and circulate widely on social media. Planet Hank has put Phyllis on social media in a way that can't be removed, Brill said. It is really difficult for them to succeed. It is really difficult for them to get a job. It is really difficult for them to get housing. Brill said Parent is far from alone, that many of her clients have been filmed during arrests or police encounters and then mocked or criticized in the comments following the posting, often by people who have no connection to the cases. And what's not included in there is that Hank will make fun of these people as well. He will mock anyone in the comments who has anything remotely critical to say about him. He will block people. Quote, "A lot of people watch this for entertainment," Brill said. "It's a sad comment." When Judge Kanan, who said he was unfamiliar with the online channel, offered Parent a chance to speak, she described how her life unraveled after losing custody of her children and how substance use became a way of coping with grief and instability. She said that she had been born and raised in Brattleboro and once had a strong reputation from the years of cleaning work across Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. "I had a really good reputation up until Planet Hank," she said. "My life kind of dwindled downward." Parents said she had been homeless, turned away from shelters, and unable to secure even temporary hotel rooms because staff recognized her from online videos. She said she had been told directly during job application that employers know about her. "It made it very difficult for me to even stand up for myself and go in the right direction," she said. She told the court she had been working to turn her life around while incarcerated, completing courses in carpentry safety, food service certification, and reentry programs designed to connect people with employment and housing after release. Parent pleaded guilty to possession of a narcotic drug, admitting that Brattleboro police found fentanyl on her during a April 10th, 2026 arrest on an outstanding warrant. She also admitted to 8 violations of probation, including breaking curfew while on GPS monitoring, tampering or failing to maintain her GPS device, using crack cocaine and fentanyl, failing to report to probation as directed, violating a no trespass order, missing required treatment steps, possessing drug paraphernalia, and committing new criminal offense. Wyndham County State Attorney Stephen Brown told the court the state would likely have proven all violations at a contested hearing and would have sought the full underlying sentence of 12 months to 6 years. But because Parent accepted responsibility, the state agreed to reduce the maximum to 4 years. Brown said Parent had been given opportunities to relocate to Bellow Falls for a fresh start, but the plan fell through due to circumstances outside her control. He said the Department of Corrections had concluded that Parent was not able to comply to probation conditions in the community. "We're left with imposing the sentence," Brown said. "Miss Parent will be back in the community before we know it. I'm hopeful she will take steps to change her lifestyle." After hearing from both sides, Judge Kanan accepted the plea agreement, finding the parents' admissions knowing and voluntary. He encouraged her to pursue transitional housing and continue engaging with support programs. Kanan said he was unaware of the online harassment parent described, but acknowledged its impact. Based on Planet Hank and the people you know around town, you would probably be better off in a different community, he said. Kanan wished her luck and imposed the agreed upon sentence. Now, I kind of find it a little ridiculous that this judge said that this person should just leave her own community because of what this man has done. Now, clearly, she has her own problems as well, but let's take a look at who exactly this guy is, this Planet Hank fellow. So this is a recent video from April 29th on his Brattleboro News channel. This one is titled, Libtards Celebrate Raising Taxes. So we're going to go ahead and just hear him out and see what his problems are with the proposal that this woman puts forward.
House Rep celebrates raising your taxes.
Morning. Today is tax day, April 15th. And we're picking up a big new progressive tax bill in Ways and Means today. It's a tax.
So not sure what was funny there. Maybe he's probably just laughing at her appearance. And if you think I'm being hyperbolic, keep watching.
Tax on the top 1% of income earners, and then something called a VIP tax.
So she wants to do a tax on the top 1% of income earners, which, I think that's a universally liked policy idea. Unless you're, part of that 1%, of course. But, how many people are part of the 1% again? Oh, wait, that's why they're called the 1%.
Vermont investment proceeds tax for folks who have a lot of passive income to make sure that they're taxed just as much as folks who have.
And she thinks that people with a lot of passive income should be taxed like the rest of us who are income earners, which is, again, another very popular policy among people that aren't leveraging property to accrue wealth as opposed to actually doing work.
Really working for their income. So that's happening today in committee, tomorrow in committee, probably Friday. I also just wanted to say that taxes, they get a bad rap. I get it.
Notice he has to insert his face into this repeatedly while not adding anything to it besides just cackling like a fucking hyena.
I don't want to spend any money I don't have to. But taxes are how we organize ourselves as a civilization. They're how.
Yeah, that's about the level of commentary I expected from him. I may not agree with my ideological opponents, but I do, however, give him credit for being able to articulate exactly what was on his mind during that moment.
We put all our resources together to pay for things that are better to pay for together than separate. So file your taxes, maybe make some money. Might even be more fun than the lottery. Who knows?
More fun than the lottery? File your taxes, you might make some money. You are out of your mind. This is how we pay for things that are better to pay for together. We don't want to pay for the BS spending on homelessness.
Okay, so the first criticism here is coming. He doesn't want taxes to go to programs to help homeless people. All right, that's number one.
On climate change.
He doesn't want any initiatives on climate change. All right.
On the clean heat standard, on every single thing that this lady stands for. She is delusional and out of her mind. She's wearing.
Okay. Apparently she's delusional and out of her mind. Waiting to hear in what way. It seemed like some pretty simple policy proposal, if you ask me. Of course, this guy hasn't said a word about it besides this is crazy.
And wired headphones.
Oh, he's shit, dude. Oh, damn. I'm wearing wired headphones too. I must be a fucking libtard. Damn. Got me, bro. Sick burn.
She looks like Cruella de Vil, and she.
Nah.
She was one of the libtards down at the No Kings protest.
All right, so she was one of the libtards at the No Kings protest. I see. So So this woman goes out and exercises her First Amendment right, and you got some kind of problem with that, I guess. Cool.
And here she is celebrating taking your tax dollars and wasting it on this woke BS.
Which is interesting because she didn't mention any of those things that he's mentioning right now.
Kind of like that 7% tax hike you just punched through.
Ever since the
Oh, and that was him harassing people at the No Kings. Gotcha.
progressive libtards like this got into
Yeah, progressive libtards.
this state, Vermont has been doing worse and worse and worse. We have a public safety
I mean, if you just keep saying it, it's probably gonna, become true eventually, right? Just keep running your mouth.
crisis, a drug crisis, an opportunity crisis, and
So those last couple of things he touched on are true about the entire country. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on across the country. You think this is a special thing in Vermont, bud? You think everyone else has it good out there? Yeesh, I gotta hit play, dude. He looks like a fucking Muppet just sitting there.
with this lady running House Ways and Means, there is absolutely no end to this in the foreseeable future. Okay.
No end to what, bro?
Okay, Emily Kornheiser has got to go, Vermont. Get it done.
For someone that is trying to present himself as like a regular guy with, normal opinions, he really does try to come off as like a fucking supervillain or something. Good stuff. Good stuff, bud. Real good. So this is another one from Brattleboro News.
Fucking prostitute! Liar, fucking prostitute! Homeless beggars!
Brattleboro police received a report that a male was acting aggressively at Groundworks Low Barrier Shelter on South Main Street. When staff asked the male to leave, he kicked a staff member's car before leaving on foot towards downtown.
Okay, so the man left. He was asked to leave. He was clearly rattled and, had something going on. He was asked to leave. They did. What happens next?
The male is seen harassing people, yelling aggressively, and even exposing himself in a lewd manner.
Now, see, how did he know to go and follow this person all the way across town? And is raising your shirt up a lewd anything if you're a man? I am so confused about that part, but I guess we'll let him explain that.
Brattleboro officers were able to make contact with the male.
And here he is chasing this person down, it appears.
On Main Street in the area of
Now, why is this man chasing down this person who was told to leave an area and then did, and then ended up walking all the way across town, yet somehow this guy just kept following them that entire time? And now he looks like he's jogging after this person as they're trying to get away from him. Which, as that little map showed, has been all over town.
High Street while he was frightening a group of elderly women.
Frightening a group of elderly women. Interesting. Well, where's the footage on that, bud? Notice all these cuts have to do with his little narrative here.
By yelling in their faces.
So now the police are here. Hank's friends are here. They're grabbing this person by the wrist and oh, that's fun. Yeah, add a little money sound effect as the cops are throwing this person to the ground for some reason.
Logical, thief, bigot, prostitute, liar, fucking prostitute, homeless beggars, and drug dealers, radical market, thief, suck, bigot! Zero. All you ever do!
Now, does that seem like the appropriate amount of force for the police to, arrest someone with? Someone that they have not shown being aggressive towards anyone. And you would think, since Hank was following this person all around town, if there was such footage, he would show it. Because he really likes to show when the police throw people to the ground, and he will have the stuff playing on that for like 5 minutes and with no cuts. As long as it's the police committing violence against people, he will stay on that one shot. But as soon as it switches over to the narrative that he wants to talk about, all of a sudden there's a lot of cuts in there. Very interesting.
It's robbing for the physical! Stop! Stop.
Why do you get off on that?
Roll over on your stomach. I just...
So yeah, this person's going through a mental health episode, clearly. And, let's just keep that one shot going,
Responded to groundworks on South Main Street.
And here's Hank inside of the police station talking to the assistant police chief.
For a report of a person trespassing on the property. They were charged with the offenses of unlawful trespass, unlawful mischief, violating their court-ordered conditions of release, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. They were held at the Brattleboro Police Department in lieu of $200 bail.
This man has mental health issues, but that
No shit.
does not excuse him from abusing the public. He should
Interesting choice of words.
never have been sent away from groundworks without officer contact.
The fuck does that mean? Okay, I guess this guy is in charge of how the police should conduct their business now. I'm not sure how this all works, but here's this guy's sponsors, by the way. So go check them out online. Maybe send them an email. Tell them what you think of them sponsoring this guy.